Hi, everyone.
Good
Welcome
evening.
back.
Yes, welcome to our special CNY live cooking class brought to you by the Commune Kitchen. And you're right. So how's everyone's CNY celebration? You enjoy lots of good food?
I did.
You did? Okay. Shall we say a Chinese New Year greeting?
Please.
That we just practiced?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to start with 新年快乐，牛年大吉大利。
I remember, yeah.
Yay! Okay, now with that out of the way, we are going to start cooking. So what are we going to make today, Payal?
We've got 2 dumpling recipes to do. We're doing egg and chive dumplings, and we're going to be doing our chicken and cabbage dumplings.
Chicken, cabbage, and the first one is egg and chives.
Egg and chives. And we are not going to be making fresh pastry like we do at Commune Kitchen.
Yes.
If you want to do fresh pastry, come to a class.
Yes, it's better to learn this live, actually, like with Payal beside you.
Yeah, because it's very tricky.
Yes.
We need to be using this.
Feel the texture, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be using this. So we're using Taiwan dumpling pastry today. You can use any fresh pastry that you found. This is what we're using. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hold this.
You can use any fresh pastry that you found in your supermarket today. Not a problem. Just make sure, don't open it yet. If you have opened it already, use a damp towel, keep it covered so it doesn't dry out.
Yeah.
Okay?
If it dry out and become hard, then it will be
won't be
pleasant for you when you do the wrapping.
Neither would it be pleasant to eat later on. So I'm just going to keep this covered like this since I've opened it already. And we're going to move on and we're going to start with our Chinese chives and egg.
Yes.
First, okay? So
the ingredients are super simple.
Super simple. So for this, I need some Chinese chives. I've got about 100 grams of chives. Keep those ready, rinsed already. And then I've got 3 free-range eggs that I'm going to be scrambling in a minute.
Yes.
I've got some soy sauce. This is just light soy sauce. I've got some sesame oil. This is toasted sesame oil.
Great.
I have got some white pepper. Okay. And that's it. And some vegetable oil. This is for frying our eggs first. Okay. Shall we get started?
Yes, please.
All right. So let's focus on the ingredients first here on our chopping board. We're going to start by chopping the chives.
Yes.
And having them ready. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of the white part.
Yes.
Don't need this. This is quite fibrous.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of this.
About 1.5 inches.
Yeah, about 1 inch, 4 centimeters or so. Yeah. And then we're going to start chopping the rest of the chives very, very finely. Okay. So whenever I chop herbs, I always make sure I chop them just once. I don't butcher my herbs by chopping them over and over again. And that's because then all your flavor goes into your board. I think I might have mentioned this before. Yeah, I always say this about my classes.
It's good to refresh our memory. I forgot about it. Yeah.
So always start with when you start chopping your herbs, chop them just once if you can and chop them really fine in the beginning or however you want to chop them. But remember to chop them just once with a sharp knife. Okay. So 1 sharp cut. And I've got it ready. Okay.
Nice.
All right. I can smell these. They don't smell very pleasant, but they're so tasty when you eat them.
Because they are raw now, but once they've been cooked, it's completely different.
When I used to live in China,
our
Ai used to make dumplings for us, and these were generally made at breakfast time.
Oh, yes.
And she would always say, we can't make these on weekdays.
Okay.
Because it's going to make your mouth stink really bad and your colleagues or your friends are not going to like you anymore.
Right.
So you got to eat this on a Saturday or Sunday morning.
Okay.
Keep the husband away.
She's very considerate.
Basically keeps your husband away.
Okay.
All right. So this is done.
Already.
All right.
Yes.
All done already?
Yeah.
We're going to start scrambling our eggs. If you're done chopping your chives, give us a thumbs up so we can move on and scramble our eggs now. Yes? Let's move on and switch on our stovetop on medium to high flame. Here we go, fry. And get your oil ready. Get your eggs ready as well. So I've got a few free-range eggs here, which I am going to start by cracking in my bowl. 1, 2, 3. And once I'm done with this, I am simply going to whisk these together using a fork or a whisk. Okay, done, ready. Okay, get your bowl nice and hot. Get your wok nice and hot, not your bowl. Okay, see the
Yes, we see the smoke.
the smoke
It's
coming
hot.
out. Now take about a tablespoon, a whole tablespoon of oil now. Okay, and it's hot already. You can see from the bubbles rising in
Yes.
there. Yeah, and pour in your egg. If you think your pan is too hot at this point, reduce it
Do
slightly.
we season eggs at all?
No need to season it.
Okay.
It's fine. Just put it in. Put it all in. And we're not going to do this Gordon Ramsay style.
Okay.
This is just a dirty scramble, okay?
Okay.
All right. So just mix it all together. Nobody's watching. Nobody's judging. Nobody cares. All
Because
right.
they're all going to be later chopped and made
Yeah.
and mixed with the chives and go into the dumpling fillings.
Yeah, I'm actually mincing them right away. See?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's no need to chop them again. Just mince them right away in your pan. And once they're dry, like they are now, just
Yep.
turn off your heat or take them
Okay.
off the heat.
I press
so
the
that's
magic
done.
button.
Yep, that's done
Off.
already. And there's nothing else to it. That's it.
Okay.
Just mince them nicely
Yes.
right away.
Is there a ratio or number of eggs, like to the chives or to the number of dumplings you want to make?
Yes, so we're doing 3 eggs today.
Yes.
3 medium to large eggs to 100 grams of chives. These are enough for about 30 dumplings.
See.
Okay.
Mm.
And if you want to add more eggs, if you like eggs more, if you like chives more, depending on your own palate, you can increase the amount of either. It's fine.
Cool.
Yeah. We're going to add our chives now. Sorry. Okay. All your chives go in. My heat is off already. If you want to cook your chives a little bit, you can, but I don't usually cook them because they will actually wilt from the latent heat of the pan.
Okay.
Just mix it all up.
Oh, wow. Interesting. They look definitely much greener now.
Yeah. If you
Yellow.
cook them, they go all brown and mushy.
So
Okay,
not
so this actually retains the color. But if you want to cook them, some people actually cook the chives. My ayi used to cook the chives.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and she would also make scallion pancakes,
Oh,
egg and
yes.
scallion pancakes with it,
That's delicious.
with any leftover filling.
Mm.
Okay, so this is done, and we are going to add the seasonings now.
Okay.
Okay.
To the directly to the
To the pan. I can just
Okay.
add it directly to the pan, and I'll just transfer everything into a bowl later on.
Okay.
For the seasonings, we haven't added any salt to it.
No.
So we're going to be adding salt in the form of soy sauce.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. We
We need-
like our soy sauce.
Yeah, I'm going to add a tablespoon of
Yes.
soy sauce. Let me grab a tablespoon.
Yes. It smells really good. In case you're wondering, yes, the chives after they've been slightly heated with the eggs, smells amazing. They're just such good friends, eggs and chives. They go really
Yeah.
well together.
They do, and you can eat this by itself, really.
Yes, yes.
I-
Actually, it is a dish I remember eating when I was growing up.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I've added 1 tablespoon of soy sauce in there to
Mm.
give it some moisture.
Mm.
Just bring it all together.
Mm.
And then add a teaspoon of sesame oil. One
Okay,
teaspoon.
only a teaspoon.
Just
Okay.
a teaspoon. I'm just going to eyeball this. We need 1 teaspoon, which is about a third of a tablespoon. Okay. 1 teaspoon of sesame oil
Yes.
and a good sprinkle of white pepper.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right, that's it. Now just bring it all together.
Is it okay to use black pepper if you don't have white pepper at
You
home?
can, but it's not very traditional.
Mm.
White pepper is generally used in most dumplings.
Most dumplings.
Yeah, because it's got a milder flavor.
Yes,
compared
and
to
it's
black
more
pepper.
like very fine as well.
Yes, it is super fine. So
Because
it
for
mingles very well with the filling.
Oh wow, smells aroma is really nice because the white pepper really brings out a bit of spiciness, like a bit of kick. It's hot.
Okay, that's it done. Okay,
Yes,
now all we have to
it's real pepper. Someone is sneezing.
Now all I have to do now is just transfer it into my bowl and have it ready.
Yes.
We need to make sure our filling is cool before we fill our dumplings with it.
I see.
Okay.
Do you just leave them outside in room temperature, or you
Yeah.
put them in the fridge? Or?
Well, we've got another 15-20 minutes before we move on and make the filling. So we can leave it outside. It's
Okay.
not a problem.
Yep.
But if your room is warm, then might as well put it in the fridge, yeah, to cool it down faster.
Mm.
All right. Should be okay though. By the time we're done with our chicken filling,
Yes. The
This will be cool.
chives, yeah, filling will be.
Okay, all done.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Let's share it to the
All right,
camera.
I can actually eat this now.
Yes.
I'm hungry. The
Not
smells-
yet. Please do not eat our filling. We have 30 dumplings to make. Look at this.
The smell is making me hungry.
Okay, so we leave it aside.
Wait, let me just scrape the
Okay.
spatula
Yes.
to get every single bit out. There. All right. Done.
Yes, we'll come back
One
to
down.
you later.
One to go. If everyone's done, give us a thumbs up so we can move on to our chicken filling.
Yay!
I'm going to get my chicken out of the fridge. I've already minced it. It's right here.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to pop this in this bowl for now. All right. So we're going to get started by chopping our cabbage first. I have about 120 grams of cabbage here. So get your cabbage out, people. That's the first step we're doing. Get your cabbage out and mince it, chop it as fine as you can. All right. So we're going to slice it first. This is the first step. Always chop your cabbage first when you're using cabbage in dumplings, because you need to get the water, all the excess water out of the cabbage.
Because what happens when it's too watery?
It just makes the filling really watery, and then you can't fill your dumplings. It'll just be very hard for you. It's just going to go everywhere, all the water.
Right.
Yeah. If you're using this quantity, this is a large quantity, you see. If you're using just about a quarter cup or so, like when I do Shalom Bao classes, I only use about a quarter cup of cabbage in my recipe. I don't squeeze the water out then, because that little water actually makes the dumplings really moist. Yeah. But this amount of cabbage,
You need to, let it sweat and remove
Yeah.
the water.
okay. All right. So this is done. Really, really
Yes.
finely minced.
Yes. They are like so fine, when you eat coleslaw, this is like, I wonder how they make coleslaw though. Do they make it like this?
They can chop it. You can
They can chop with this.
Yeah, with coleslaw, you don't have to make it this fine.
This
It's
fine.
just very thinly sliced, which is actually very easy to do with cabbage because of the shape of the leaves.
Yes, true.
Okay, this is done.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to pop this in a bowl over here.
So 120 grams of cabbage,
Yep.
finely chopped and
It goes into
ready to sweat.
Okay, so we're going to add some salt to this to make it sweat.
Yes.
You got to get a quarter teaspoon,
Mm-hmm.
1/4 of a teaspoon
Yes.
of salt. Any salt will do.
Mm-hmm.
And give it a good toss.
Yeah. Use a salt that's salty.
Yeah.
You use for pasta, cooking
There we
pasta.
go.
So that's.
Got my salt here. Take about a quarter teaspoon.
Oh my god, the spoon is so cute. It's a Chinese spoon. It's a mini one.
Is it?
Or maybe sorry.
There.
Yeah.
I don't know where I got this from. I have no idea. And give it a good toss. Make sure the salt goes everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. So you mix the salt with the chopped cabbage.
Yeah. Mixy. And give it a good 10 minutes or so of resting time.
Yes.
And after 10 minutes, we're going to squeeze all that water out.
Yes.
Okay. And you'll see later on that it's going to go down to like about a quarter or even less in volume.
Yes.
Yeah. That's how much water you have in
Do we
cabbage.
do this for other vegetables in other dishes, like to remove excess water?
Only if you have a vegetable
Mm-hmm.
with lots of water in it, and only if your recipe requires it. You mean dumplings?
Like dumplings or raita, I was thinking sometimes you add cucumber. Do you actually remove some water from
In
cucumber?
raita, we
No.
don't. So Indian raita, you keep the cucumbers intact.
Mhm.
For tzatziki.
For
In
tzatziki,
some of the
yes.
tzatziki recipes,
They ask to remove the.
in some of them, not all of them. You
Okay.
can also have tzatziki just like raita without squeezing the water out.
Yes.
But I actually prefer the grated version
Mm-hmm.
where
Oh.
you squeeze the water out. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so that's done. And we are
wait.
going to
10 minutes. Okay.
get the tofu out in the meantime. So if you've got Chinese tofu or if you've got tokwa, get it out
Yes.
now. If you've got tokwa, which is firm tofu, there's no need to extract any water out of it. When you open the packet, any excess water you can just drain into your drain.
Yes.
But if you're using Chinese tofu, it has a bit more water in it. So we're going to remove any excess water in it by placing it on a kitchen towel. Okay.
Yes.
So let me get that out. It's in my fridge.
Paya, why do we add tofu here? Is it for the texture, for the binding?
It's more moisture, I think.
Mhm.
That's why I like adding tofu. And you'll see tofu in a lot of dumpling recipes. I think in
Yes.
vegetarian recipes, the idea is to give it some protein.
Yes.
And in meat recipes, it might be
Make
to
it
give it some moisture. Because in a minute, we'll talk about how to incorporate moisture in there. Yeah. But this has a lot of moisture in it, and this will just make our dumplings extra juicy. And one of the reasons might also be, now I'm only guessing, okay? One of the reasons might also be so the dumpling, the filling doesn't turn into a meatball, because if it's all meat, it's just gonna come together and become a hard meatball, right? If you add some vegetables, some tofu, it's gonna give it some lightness and airiness. Yeah. I've got my tofu right here. I'm gonna open this now.
You want to remove the water, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove the excess water in a moment. I'll do that right here. So my bowl's here. Just gonna squeeze that extra water in there. And this is 300 grams, I suppose, and I am going to use only half. I need 150 grams, all right?
How many dumplings are we making with the chicken?
30 again.
30 too.
30 again. So we'll have about 60 dumplings in the end today. I have a paper towel right here, and I'm going to pop just half of it here. The other half, I'm going to leave it in here.
Yes.
All right. So that's done. Just cover it up and leave it on the side. Done. Okay. Easy peasy.
Back to the fridge.
Back to the fridge.
Yes.
The rest of it.
Tofu is quite delicate in this sense. They really don't like heat. It can turn sour very easily.
Yeah. Leave it in the fridge before it turns into
Stinky tofu.
stinky tofu.
Fermentation.
All right.
Chemistry going on here.
We've got our chicken ready. Grab your chicken thighs or your chicken mince now. Pop it in a bowl like we have, and grab a large spoon, a tablespoon, or a pair of chopsticks if you're comfortable using chopsticks, that is, because we are going to incorporate some air in it now.
Okay.
Okay, to make it nice and light.
I'm excited to learn this step. So I made dumplings this weekend too, and I made chicken filling too.
You did?
Yes.
Did you use breast?
Of course I did.
Okay.
Of course I made that mistake. And of course I didn't know how to air. And of course it turned out tough.
Was it tough?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you use breast, add more oil next time.
Yes.
And maybe add some chicken stock or something to it to make it lighter.
Right.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that step now, okay? So you've got your minced chicken here, right here. You're going to start by adding some form of salt to it.
Okay.
Okay, and we're going to do that by adding our soy sauce. All right, so I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to this and nothing else.
Okay.
Okay, so to 240 grams of chicken, start by adding 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. Now, light soy sauce is different from dark soy sauce. Dark soy sauce is mainly used for adding color to recipes, and it doesn't have a lot of salt, so please don't use that. Use this light soy sauce. This is mainly to add umami and to add saltiness. All right, so that's done. And we are going to just bring it together first. Okay, and do this with every single time when you make meat dumplings. Add salt or soy sauce to any meat that you're using, whether it's shrimp, pork, chicken, beef, it doesn't matter. Add salt or soy sauce first, and then mix it in one direction for about 5 minutes until it's super sticky.
Wow. Okay.
One direction and one direction only.
Okay.
You don't want to know why?
There's some real exercise going on here. Yes. Why? Why same direction?
Because I like the band. One direction, not same direction.
Okay.
There's actual science behind it, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter.
There's actual
I'm
science
joking.
behind
Yes.
it. So the amino acids in meat, when you mix them in the presence of salt in one direction, they change their structure, right? And they form a grid. And this grid has it's got little pockets of air in it. And these pockets of air are going to absorb any extra moisture that you add to your filling, making it super juicy.
I see.
Okay.
If you want tender meat, that's the secret.
So I always do this with spaghetti meatballs, when I'm making meatballs for any other recipe. I'm making koftas, for shashuka, anything. I always do this step. And see, the texture is already changing. So if you've done this like I have, with all my might, it's already sticky. See, the structure is already changed.
Right.
And at this point, see, it's a little pale, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. At this point, if it's looking pale and you don't like the color, you can add a teaspoon of dark soy sauce to this recipe, but it's optional.
Yes.
Okay?
Actually, for dumplings, we do like the fillings to be quite pale because the skin is white.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't. It's like, I mean, the kind of the dumplings I've been always eating, they're usually quite pale.
So personal preference.
Yeah,
And if your filling at this point looks a bit dry, this looks quite moist.
Yes.
See, this is done.
Yes.
And we're going to start adding our other seasonings. And then we'll go to the cabbage and the tofu later on.
Sounds great.
So if you guys are done, you're going to move on and add your seasonings now. You got to add a good sprinkle of white pepper. Okay. And if you like Sichuan peppercorns,
yes,
yeah, you can toast a few Sichuan peppercorns, grind them in your mortar, and then just push them through a sieve very quickly and then add that too. They are amazing. Sichuan peppercorns and chicken. Sichuan peppercorns actually uplift the flavor in this filling. Because to me, chicken dumplings don't taste like much. I like pork dumplings a lot.
Yeah.
And every time I make chicken dumplings, I always add a pinch of Sichuan peppercorn powder. So we've got sesame oil. I have chicken thighs, so I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon, okay, of sesame oil in there.
Yes.
If you've got chicken breast, do a tablespoon.
Yes.
Because it's drier. And then the most important ingredient, alcohol.
Cheers, guys.
So we're going to pour the entire thing in there and make it drunken chicken dumplings. So add as much as you like.
No.
We're going to add, this is Shaoxing rice wine from Shaoxing in China, Hua Tiao Jiu.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't follow the tones, okay? So don't laugh at me, please. We're going to add Hua Tiao Jiu, just 1 tablespoon in there. And if you want to skip that because of religious reasons, you can. Okay. So 1 tablespoon of Shaoxing rice wine.
Yes.
In there. That's done. And mix, mix, mix.
Same direction.
Same direction. And we've got to incorporate some.
Because both Italian grandma and Chinese grandma say so.
Yes.
So that's better listen to them.
My nonna and my Nai. Oh my God, it's all the same everywhere, isn't it?
They call each other, they decide their name, they decide on
Nonna,
I wonder
Nai.
what else did they discuss on their phone call?
They discuss a lot of stuff.
A lot.
Okay, so we've got some herbs and spices here.
Yes.
I have some ginger. Okay.
Yes.
And I have some spring onion.
Right.
Okay.
So,
and some garlic as well.
ta-da!
Okay.
Garlic.
So set your chicken aside. You've already added the seasonings. You're going to add some ginger to it.
Yes.
Some garlic and some spring onion. All right. So I'm going to start with my spring onion, get it out of the way. I've already rinsed it. Okay. And I'm going to add everything, bulbs and all. All right. Bulbs and the green.
Wow. Okay.
I'm going to get rid of the tops, the root. Then simply remove any dirty bits and then get on with chopping. Again, when I chop, I make sure I chop it very, very thinly from the very beginning. And don't over chop it to keep all those lovely flavors intact.
Right.
Okay, so add all of your spring onion in there. Done, ta-da. All right.
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to chop some garlic now.
Garlic.
And some ginger.
Okay. We're using not much garlic.
Just
today.
1 clove of garlic. If you
Okay.
want to add more, you can.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm adding just 1.
Okay.
I like ginger more than garlic in dumplings.
I hear you.
And that's more traditional anyway, right? I don't see a lot of people adding lots of garlic to dumplings. It's always ginger.
Agree.
Yeah. Here we go. So that's done. Make it as fine as you can. So then you incorporate all that flavor in there, yeah?
Yes.
That's done. And we're gonna peel our ginger now. The ginger you can chop very finely or you can grate it, whatever is easier for you. All right, we've got some ginger right here. I'm going to peel it using a spoon, a small spoon.
Wow. So Payal, how do you celebrate the Chinese New Year?
Okay, so I went to a friend's house and we did lo hei together, which is very Singaporean, isn't it? I've never seen lo hei in China when I was there, ever.
Absolutely right. Yes.
So many years, never saw it. And so we did lo hei together. That was fun, got all messy.
Yes.
And we had, she's Cantonese.
Yes.
She's from Hong Kong and some part of Guangdong province. And so we ate traditional Cantonese dishes. Her food was
Wow.
amazing. Once your ginger and your garlic is finely minced, transfer it into your chicken. All done. And now we're going to go back to the cabbage. Get your cabbage over your sink. All right. So move over to your sink. Take your cabbage over to your sink. I'm going to be doing this here.
Okay. Oh,
So I'm going to take a small handful of my cabbage.
Yes.
And I'm going to squeeze the living daylights out of it.
Oh, squeeze. Yes.
Squeeze as hard as you can.
Ooh. Yeah, really you can see the water out.
Yeah. See, it basically goes down to like a quarter when you squeeze the water out. Okay. And you can do this in a cheesecloth if you like, but your hand works fine. If you don't want to mess up a cloth, then just your hand just works just fine.
Ooh. Have you ever thought that your hand can be a juicer?
Shall I give you the juice in a glass? Would you like to drink some cabbage juice, Shinya?
Ooh.
How about you, Gabby?
It's going to be salty.
Cabbage juice?
Cabbage juice with salt. I think it's quite nutritious.
Yes, gazpacho.
For people who want detox. I mean, yes.
All done. And I'm simply going to pick up my tofu that's been sitting in a paper towel, all 150 grams. And
So something I've learned too. Wow. Okay.
Just mush it up. And it
Such a good, way to incorporate tofu because last time I was chopping on a board and then making such a big mess.
Sometimes I wonder if she's actually Chinese, this one.
I wanted to. No, I'm joking. I am. Don't let my parents hear this.
All right, so this is done. You're basically just incorporating the vegetables and the tofu into your meat. Now.
Okay.
All right.
So all the seasonings, all the ingredients are in. We're just giving them a good mix.
And now I know you guys probably don't have Sichuan peppercorns. Are you guys okay with Sichuan peppercorns?
Yes.
Gabby? Yeah, so I'm going to add a pinch of that in here. I know you don't have it today, but it's okay. Do it next time. All right.
I hope so. Otherwise,
guess what? I don't have it. I'm
know,
not so Chinese after all. I finished.
Oh no! Okay, let's be non-Chinese a little bit.
Okay.
Now this is the traditional way, the original, the OG. That's the OG.
Okay, done already. Now.
Done.
Hala hala.
Yay.
Yeah. Let's.
好棒，好棒.
This done. The other one also done. Lah.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna move on and make the filling. Oh no, not the filling. The dipping sauce now. The dipping sauce.
Oh.
Now for the dipping sauce, you guys need a knob of young ginger if you've got it. If you don't have young ginger, you just use any ginger. I've got just regular ginger that works too. But if you can find a knob of young ginger, that's even better. Young ginger doesn't have as much fiber in it inside, and it's sweeter. So it actually works really well for serving your dumplings. Yeah?
Yep.
We'll just use a regular ginger. So start by scraping your ginger. I've got a big knob. I'm just scraping what I need, okay? So about a couple of inches, okay?
Right.
So that's done.
Yes. And what else do we add to the dipping sauce with the ginger?
We're going to be adding some rice vinegar. You've got rice vinegar right here.
Oh, that's the white one.
And then you need soy sauce.
Right.
And you need lao gan ma.
Yeah,
of course.
The magic.
Yeah, the epic auntie.
Exactly, the epic auntie.
All right, so you're gonna slice what you need, and I am going to start slicing this very thinly.
The rice is the Chinese Coca-Cola.
With comparison.
Really, secret formula, like just one taste throughout so many years and available everywhere.
Okay, so get it as thin as you can, and then flat side down again.
Yes. Slice thinly.
As thinly as you can. There we go. So as thin as you can.
Right.
See, and it's literally paper thin. Yeah. And then you take a few at a time, stack them on top of each other like this. Yeah. Jaw.
Yes.
And then you slice as thinly as you can again into slivers. Okay, Ma?
Okay.
Done.
Yeah, I think that's enough now.
Is it though? Never enough for me.
Okay, more ginger.
So I'm going to do a little bit more because it's 5 of us eating today and we're going to fight over ginger. So
Okay.
I will.
I won't fight with you, but yes, others.
I love
would.
ginger.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't need as much as I'm chopping now.
It's like a mini mountain of ginger.
But that's okay.
But it's okay.
If you
Just-
like ginger.
Yeah.
So put this all in a bowl and I'm going to pour the sauce over this and give my ginger some time to pickle. Okay,
Great
I'm going to
idea.
grab a bowl quickly.
Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. So then
Grab
the
a bowl,
ginger
people, grab a
and the
bowl.
sauce.
All right.
This, we need the vinegar, whatever color you have, the soy sauce, and Laugama,
Yeah.
legendary chili sauce.
Yeah. Legendary Auntie's chili sauce.
Auntie,
There.
yeah.
There. Does anyone know her name? Do you know her name? Gotta find out.
We should.
Okay, so get your soy sauce ready and get about a third of a, get your third of a cup measuring cup. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup, grab that. If you don't have a measuring cup that says a third on it, you take about 80 ml of light soy sauce and put it in here. 80 ml, 80. Okay, I have a third of a cup, so I'm gonna grab that.
I'm super lazy when I'm at home. Just eyeball everything for the sauce. Like, okay, I feel like having more soy sauce. More.
Yeah, you can do that on the table. But if
Yeah.
you're doing this for the first time,
Right, right.
yeah, it's good to
no,
give
no,
people
definitely
measurements.
follow. Yes.
So 1/3 of a cup of light soy sauce. This is a third of a cup, 80 ml. All right. Next, we're going to add some vinegar. I'm adding about 2.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar.
Yeah, you can also taste the sauce.
Yeah.
Maybe
As
after
you
you
go
just
along,
add, as you
yeah.
go along. Yeah. If you don't like too acid, maybe put a little bit of vinegar. If
There.
you like really like strong, pungent, then yeah, feel free to add a little bit more.
Okay, so 2.5 tablespoons
Yes.
of vinegar. Now, some people like to add sesame oil and
Oh.
some spring onion at this point.
Okay.
I'm not going to add sesame oil today because lauganma has oil in it and it's just going to get very oily.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a teaspoon of lauganma in here or chili oil. Chili in oil. Don't use the oil. Just scrape the chili from the bottom and put that in. Okay, about a teaspoon. And if you're allergic to peanuts, please don't use this. A lot of times it has peanuts in it. Allergic
That's
to
right.
MSG, please don't eat it.
Oh, you know why? At least the next day, you know, it's this legendary auntie's chili sauce
Okay.
that contributes.
Yeah. So this is done.
Ooh,
And this I can
Looks
actually eat
beautiful
with
sauce.
anything and everything.
yes.
I love this sauce so much that I often make noodles and
Ooh.
just pour this on
Pour
top.
this on top.
Yeah,
Excellent. Okay,
This spring onion, done.
done. Okay,
That's done.
that's set aside. Okay.
Set it aside. And we are going to move on and start making our dumplings now.
Yes.
I'm just going to flip my board over so we can start placing our dumplings here.
Magic.
All right, get your pastry out, guys. Get your pastry out of the fridge. Open it up. And get a wet towel ready, a wet tea towel ready, and keep it covered. We're going to start removing the pastry one at a time. Okay, you want to try as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I just want to.
Yeah,
Dry
and
my
we also need a bowl full of water, maybe half full of water, because this pastry comes out of the fridge and so it's very dry. You got to seal the edges using water. Okay. So grab another one, Shinyan.
Yes.
If you remember, we set this aside earlier, the egg and chive filling. Give it a toss as well to make sure it's cooled down nicely. Get rid of the bigger spoons. I'm going to get rid of my big spoons and I'm going to grab 2 small teaspoons for this. Okay. So we've got the 2 fillings right here. Don't take them all out at once. They will dry out. Okay. So we'll take them out one at a time. About a tablespoon of filling. Okay. At a time. We're going to put some water along the edge first.
Yes.
Fold it over.
Yes.
Now, the easiest way would be to just seal the edges like this, like child's play.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you've sealed the edges already, just push it down, make it sit.
Okay.
Because this needs to go in a steaming basket, right?
Yeah, they will be sitting in the basket.
Yeah. So you need to make sure they're sitting nicely.
Right.
If they sit nicely on your board, they're going to sit nicely in your
Sure.
basket. Okay, we're going to put some in the basket.
I'm going to show you now. So they sit, and that's very, it's like all closed up on the two sides. Dun.
I have my basket ready. Make sure your basket has this underneath.
Oh, please poke holes.
Yeah, poke holes. You can buy this from the markets here. So if you bought your steaming basket already, I also wrote down in the ingredients and the equipment list to buy paper liners, breathable paper liners. If you haven't got them, you need to cut it out the same size as your steaming basket and poke holes in it. Or you can
Put leaves, cabbage.
put cabbage leaves.
Yeah.
Cabbage leaves also
'Cause
work.
you don't want the dumplings to stick on the bamboo. Yeah.
Yeah, so this sits nicely. We're going to keep this covered. Like I said, always keep them covered at all times.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay, moving on. Let's do another
for
one.
you.
Go on then.
No, you
it's
show.
okay. I can take another one.
No, I help you. You take
Okay,
this.
so we're gonna do another one now. This time, I'm gonna show you how to do pleats. So we're gonna take about a tablespoon of the filling. All right, water along the edge. Okay, if you think your fillings, you can't accommodate so much filling in there, add a little bit less. That's fine too. Okay, now with dry hands, you're gonna start pleating.
Yes.
I'm going to show the easiest way to do this for people who are not Chinese. The Chinese usually go backwards like this. I'm going to do it the white way, okay? Which is simply pushing your finger, your index finger inward toward the center and pleating. Push it in and pleat like this, okay? And the same on the other side. Push it in, pleat, push it in and pleat.
Yay, so
Okay,
nice.
and that's done.
Look how deep the pleats are. Wow,
Okay.
very nice.
Hala.
Hala.
So that's one done. All right. Okay, and we're going to place this again right behind this guy over here. Make sure they're social distancing.
Correct.
Okay, because otherwise they're going to expand and get stuck to each other. Also keep them away from the wall slightly. Okay, so about a thumb in between and start stacking them behind each other. Okay, here we go. We're going to remove some of the peanuts here. Is that enough?
Awesome.
We needed just one, didn't we?
No, we need a few so that there's more than one special ones. Otherwise, everyone will be fighting. Like
Yeah.
everyone else will want to eat at least 20 dumplings. Who can eat the fastest to get the
Yes.
special, the lucky one?
And we all know how competitive Gabby can get, right?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So stretch it out if you can. Make it slightly thinner. Filling in the middle. I'm going to put my special peanut in there.
Yay. Okay, remember this is a special one.
Okay. And water and seal. This basket is full. We're going to do another basket now with our egg and chives.
Awesome.
Now, okay? Let's switch. Now see how this pastry, this filling is very sticky and it's so much easier to
Close
fill.
it, yeah.
Yeah. But this one's
We can
going to go
stretch it a little
everywhere.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, so be careful and make sure you stretch out your pastry a little bit. All right. I'm going to take about a tablespoon in there. Again, it's actually not too bad. It's wet. Water on one side, pinch the middle, and pleat, pinch, pleat, pinch, pleat, pinch. And if you're having trouble pleating, that's okay. Just use the simple sealing technique. Okay, you don't have to make fancy pleats to do this because in the end, they all taste the same. Here we go, done. Keep them covered.
This is to know this is green, this is egg.
Okay, let's do, you're done with that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I can do this.
Xinyang is finishing off our last dumpling, our last chive dumpling, and I'm going to be doing my
韭菜鸡蛋.
对 my 鸡肉的饺子。
Have you tried making like a hybrid version?
Yeah, so whenever you have leftover fillings, right?
Yeah.
2 leftover fillings,
Yeah.
you put them together and you call that the surprise dumpling.
Can I give you some because Amma is going to explode.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a surprise dumpling tonight.
How's everyone doing? Are they almost done? Guys, if you're almost done, let us know.
Yep.
Ah, I see thumbs up. Looks like they're done already.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so while
I think we can boil the
Shinyang is
water.
at it, what you can do is grab a wok now. Grab a wok or a frying pan. Add about 3 cups of water to it. All right, grab a wok or frying pan, add 3 cups of water to it. Put it on the stovetop on medium to high flame and bring the water to a boil. If you use a lid, heat's going to build up and your water is going to come to a boil faster. So do that if you want to. I'm going to grab my wok and get it going, okay?
You start steaming the dumplings.
And we also need to deep fry some, so.
Okay.
Not deep fry, pan fry some.
Yeah, let's continue this later.
Okay, so. And we need 1 more wok for frying, wok or frying pan to fry your dumplings, to pan fry them. Let's bring the water to a boil first.
Yes.
I've got about 3 cups of water here. Okay. Switch it on. I'll get a lid. All right, you can make it highest so it's easier.
Boil.
Yep, okay. So this is going to take a few minutes. In the meantime, we're going to get started with our fried dumplings as well, okay? So now that you know what's happening here, I'm going to transfer this to my gas hob and I'll show you what to do with this. So let your water come to a boil. And at the same time, grab another frying pan or wok if you've got it, and we're going to be frying some dumplings at the same time. If you're ready to do that, give us a thumbs up or we'll wait for you. Okay, here we go.
Fry.
Yep. So I've got a flat frying pan, or you can use a wok if you like. Either works. You just need to make sure that you have a lid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're going to add some water later.
We'll be adding water later, which is why you need a lid that fits properly. I'm just going to check. Yeah, this one fits better than the other one.
Yep.
Okay. Make sure your pan is nice and hot. Get some oil ready as well. I've got some vegetable oil here. You can use vegetable oil, olive oil, doesn't matter. Any oil will do. Okay. My dumplings are all ready here. Okay. Some ready for steaming. In here, these ones will go on the boiling water later on once it comes to a boil. All right. Get your pan nice and hot first and smoke in. Hot like Shinyan.
Yay.
And then get a tablespoon ready. And then you're going to pour a tablespoon of oil into your spoon. This is olive oil, by the way. And that's okay. That's okay.
We love olive oil.
And
but you can use any vegetable oil.
Any oil would do.
Yeah.
Because you're just pan frying here. All right. And now, as you can see, my pan isn't exactly flat, right? So what I'm going to do is, and this might be the case with you guys as well if you're using a frying pan to do this. I'm going to pop it on the side and then you're going to move it to the middle.
Oh, yeah. Like how you did for the chicken as well the last time.
Yes.
Yeah, this is such
just
a good
to get
trick.
some oil going in there. Yeah. And I'm going to try to fit
Good.
as
So you
many.
can use this technique as well when you fry dumplings.
I'm going to try to do this.
I'm going to send a picture to my dad later. He loves pan-fried dumplings.
He does.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it, so I never made them.
Really?
Yeah.
Gautier.
Gautier, yes.
Yes. I need a little more oil on this side. Yeah.
Yep.
So with induction hobs, they're a little funny, right? Because the outside takes longer to cook compared to the inside. The inside always burns. Because I'm using an induction hob today, I'm not going to put anything in the middle. If you guys are doing this on a gas hob, you can, cover up the entire space. Just leave a little bit of space in between the dumplings so they don't get stuck to each other. Okay. You're going to do this for about a minute or two. The first time when you do this, because your pan is not hot enough, it takes a little bit longer. Okay. You're basically what you're doing is you're crisping up the bottom.
Yes.
Okay. The Japanese do gyozas the same way as well.
Yes.
Okay. See, here, it's getting there, but slowly.
Mm.
All right. And I'll keep the rest of them
Yeah.
covered.
So one thing to differentiate also because the chives one is just darker in color, so actually quite good at kind of tell which is what.
Oh, did I mix them up? Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay. Well, you know what? After they're cooked, you will be able to tell even more
Yes.
because dumplings they change color; they become translucent.
That's right.
That's how you actually know they're done.
Yes. Oh, otherwise I'll take a bite
Or
and
you
tell
can
you
take a bite. Or you can
for
take a
each
bite.
dump.
That works. That works too. Okay, let's check on this side. It's taking a little bit longer on my stovetop, not hot enough. And my pan is very, very thick. It's French. If your pan is thinner and not as heavy, they won't take this long. Yeah. So yours might actually be done. If they're crispy brown at the bottom already, reduce the heat, please, straight
Yeah.
away so they don't burn. Mine are taking a little bit longer than usual today. All right. I'm also going to get some water ready.
yes.
So get a bowl of water ready because you're going to be adding water to this very soon.
This is so pretty.
So I think this is ready, nice and brown at the bottom and crispy. I'm going to reduce the heat to low. And I'm going to add 1, 2, and 3 tablespoons of water and cover it straight away.
Yes.
Cover it straight away. And make sure your heat is on low now. All right.
Yep.
And set a timer for 5.
Yep.
Okay. Set a timer for 5 minutes, and we'll
5
go back to
minutes.
this in 5.
Yep. So
Okay. So this is on 100 degrees now, so on
Okay.
low heat, and we're going to go back to this in 5 minutes. Let's move to
I'll
the
bring
other
camera.
side,
Yep.
and we're going to take our basket over
Ta-da.
to
Follow.
our water that's
Yeah.
come to a boil. Okay, over here.
Woohoo.
Okay, you're going to lift the lid up, and you're going to very carefully, without burning your fingers, you're going to place your basket in there and set a timer for 10. Okay?
Good.
We'll go back to this in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to set a timer for us.
Yes. And we are going back to our pan-fried dumplings.
Okay, so I was getting bowls. So get a bowl ready, people, for your dipping sauce.
Yes.
And get a nice flat plate ready to get your gyozas out. Gyozas, gotie.
饺子, 锅贴, 锅贴, yeah.
Gotie.
Sorry.
Yeah, gotie.
Yeah, they're definitely more Chinese style. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called 锅贴.
Well, gotie. I may say that,
Yes, this one.
I may
yeah.
say all the,
This is the
that's the only
dumplings.
one.
Yeah, the only one. Steam or pan fried. Yeah, right here.
Dipping
If you're in the
sauce.
kitchen now, you smell. It smells so good. Like, because you know when the pastry is dry and it's getting cooked and because pan fried, like the aroma of it.
Okay, I'm going to place
You know
this
the
here.
guotie is. It's going to be really, really good.
Okay.
I think a lot of times cooking is also the anticipation that makes it fun. Because you're like, oh my God, this is, coming together. Who's going to eat it? How are we going to eat it? Who are we going to eat it? It's going to be all part of the whole cooking and eating experience.
Okay, here we go. The dipping sauce is ready.
Yes.
And when I get my gotie out, my fried dumplings out, I always place them upside down.
Yes, that's the real way, the authentic way of doing it.
The idea is to show your golden pastry at the bottom, and also so the dumpling doesn't get soggy. Because if you keep them, crispy side down, it goes soggy very quickly. Crispy side up, it'll stay crispy for longer.
Yes.
Yeah. You're going to get a pair of tongs, people. Get a pair of tongs out, or you can use chopsticks. Check on your dumplings just to make sure nothing's burning.
Yes.
We still have steam coming out, which
Yes.
means there's water in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, yes, they become translucent.
They're good though.
Ooh.
They're looking good. So we're
Yeah.
just going to leave them in there, finish off how many more minutes?
1 more minute.
Yeah, 1 more minute, and then we can pull them out. They don't take more than 5 minutes generally, if your heat is, perfect. I love fried dumplings way more than steamed ones. And I really, really look forward to these. And it happens at all my classes whenever we do our traditional Chinese dumplings class, which is almost twice a month.
Yes.
People really look forward to these. they get very excited and they keep asking for baskets, more and more baskets to fill. And in the end, they try the fried one and they go, oh, I think I'm going to fry the ones in the basket too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's good.
1 minute already?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to place them straight on my plate over here. All right. Let's just put this over here. Yeah. Can everyone see?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's check first.
Yeah.
Let's not turn it off. Let's not rush. Okay. Once you open it, see, it's been about 5 minutes. Once you've opened it, you just need to make sure it's cooked properly. So your dumpling skin should be translucent now and changed color completely. And you also need to make sure that the bottom is nice and crisp.
Yes.
Okay. And if you've got a tiny bit of water left in there, what happens is that the bottom gets kind of soggy. See here? It's slightly soggy. If this happens, just move them around a little bit and make sure, increase the heat slightly.
Yes.
And make sure you can crisp up the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. See, some of them are done already, so I'm going to start to pull them out. Okay. They're looking good. Some of them are looking good already. Let's give them up.
Yeah, it's really tricky
Toss.
because of the different type of like the stove and the induction, the heat treatment. So the best is this one.
Yeah, I don't use this often,
and
so I love gas.
Me too.
Yeah,
these two really loves to be stick together.
Yeah, this is
And
puffing
this
out.
one's, yeah.
So they're getting there. This one's done, so I'm going to put it out. Yep. See that? And you just put it upside down.
Wow, look at this one.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
And we're going to start putting them upside down. So do this if your bottom hasn't crisped up enough. Some of them are done, some of them are not because of the uneven heat that my induction cooker imparts. Okay, I'm going to start. It's this way.
Yep. Wow. Wow.
This way. Very anal.
Ooh.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's right.
I'm going to pop them in the middle. Like I said, the middle is always hotter than the edges. And we'll do a few more just the same way while we're waiting for the steamed dumplings to be done. And we'll give these a try in the meantime as well.
No.
What am I doing wrong?
Let me try.
There, it doesn't want to sit.
Oh,
It's okay.
it's supposed to be like this.
There, okay,
Okay.
awesome. The ones in the middle are done, so. Here we go. A lot of my friends, even my husband keeps asking me, why do I eat so many dumplings and why do I love them so much? I have no answer.
You're okay.
I love pasta. I love
Pastry
stuffed pasta
Stuffed
as
pasta.
much. So
Yeah.
stuffed pasta, mandi, which is a Middle Eastern pasta
Yes.
recipe. There we go.
Nice.
I have no answer. My husband keeps asking me all the time. All right, here we go. Make some space there. All right, done. Okay, let's pop the filling in the
Dipping sauce.
dipping sauce in the middle. That's done.
Ta-da!
Okay, and we're gonna make some more here while we're waiting for the steamed dumplings to be done. So
Yes.
just a little more oil along the edges, and we're gonna pop some more dumplings in
Gonna
there.
check on the timer.
Okay, this time these are gonna
Almost ready in
Sizzle.
a minute and a half.
these are gonna sizzle faster.
Yes, because
They're gonna
the
brown
pan,
faster because the pan is really hot now, and it's not even on high right now. I just increased the heat again, and we can actually finish them all. We've got a few more
Yep.
there that we can finish later on. Again, when you do them the second or the third time, they cook much faster. because your pan is actually really hot and it retains the heat. Yeah. And if you're doing this on a gas burner, it'll be even faster. They shouldn't take more than a minute to brown. Okay, I'm just going to pop them in the middle so they brown a little bit faster. Okay. Here we go. And then I'm going to move them to the side so they don't burn.
Yeah. So I just want to share, we do have like a challenge now in your app, which is actually about Chinese New Year cooking. So whatever you make today, you can actually upload in the challenge. It's super simple. You just go to the second tab of the app called challenge.
Okay, you want to bring it closer to the camera?
Yes. Can you, this one? Yeah. Can you see it? So today, right, when you open the app, the homepage, you're going to see this 新年快乐. So that's Happy New Year in Chinese. By the way, we are actually being featured on App Store, so it's really great. And we have lots of Chinese New Year specials if you're looking, on dishes what to cook. And then on the second tab, you have the challenge. So the first is called 恭喜发财. You have 楼黑花. You also have Chinese New Year.
Can I interrupt for a sec?
Of course.
Hold on, guys. So we're going to reduce the heat. My dumplings are brown already.
Ooh, looks great.
Yeah, 3 tablespoons of water.
Yep.
Again, 1, 2, 3, cover, 5 minutes. Okay. The steamed ones are already done. I'm going to pull those out as well. Okay. So we can have a look at those too. You can continue talking.
Okay. So we are the challenge tab, right? Yes. And then you can just use, you see here, like, yeah. So you can just start a new one, like for example, the dumplings, right? You can just click on the picture and you're in, and you can just type how you did. You can add more pictures and you can type how to share your experience, choose the hashtag, the 恭喜发财, yeah, and or Chinese New Year, and then publish. And then you will see your creations in the challenge page. Look, so many people have shared a cooking. This is mine. We have shared lo hei. People have shared pun thai, pops, cookies, chives, pancake. So join the fun. Start sharing.
All right, guys. We are done with our steamed dumplings as well. I'm going to open this up and show you what they look like, so you know what they should look like when they come out of the steamer. Now, as soon as they come out of the steamer, as soon as I open the steamer, there's no need to serve these in another plate. You actually just serve them directly into the steamer.
Yes.
Okay. And see the color?
Ooh.
They're translucent. And I'm going to keep them like that.
Looks beautiful.
All
Can we
right.
see the second tray?
Yes, can.
Look at that.
Right.
Yes.
And I am not going to wait any longer to serve these. You got to serve these quickly and eat them as fast as you can, because nothing worse than cold dumplings, guys. All right. So we're going to finish the session here. We've got our gotier ready. We've got our jiaozi ready. We've got our dipping sauce ready. Let's eat, shall we?
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the session today. And please, please show us your creations. Tag us on Commune Kitchen SG on Instagram or Facebook so I can see what you made today.
Yes, please tag. And you can share also in the challenge page, so we can also give likes and share.
Yep.
Okay?
And next month, we're going to take a little break. So we won't be here next month for our online class, but we will be back again in April after Easter.
Okay.
All right. Happy Chinese New Year.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And enjoy your dinner, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.